This is the second in my series of Chicago videos, and this is the Riverboat Architecture Tour. I've not taken too many clips of it because you may want to go and experience it for yourself, and I would highly recommend it. We got this as part of the Chicago City Pass, and we got a great deal on it.
We'll be hopping on it in just a moment. So those are our two major bodies of water here. Lake Michigan, one of the Great Lakes, so it's a big fresh body of water, not like a sea to the other side pond type situation. It's huge. It really feels like a freshwater ocean and relatively clean. When it's warm out, it's great to swim in. The Chicago River, not so much. Would absolutely not swim in it. I personally don't even know if I'd like paddleboard in it. Not that you shouldn't, but it's definitely not known for being the cleanest body of water in the world at all. But it's a lot better than it used to be. So we have been working hard to clean our river up, which we'll talk more about. But yeah, definitely not in that swimmable territory yet. Favorite views we get all day as we come under the bridge, officially enter onto the Chicago River. The curtain kind of rises on our city. So welcome, my friends, to our sweet home Chicago River. Let's talk buildings, shall we? And we'll jump right into it with this lovely curvy column blue glass skyscraper over on the left here. So this curvy blue building's the St. Regis, and she's kind of a newer-ish addition to our skyline, just completed back in 2020. And the St. Regis was designed by architect Jeannie Gang and her firm Studio Gang. And although it's kind of newer, I think it's so prominent on the skyline now because it has such a unique shape, really unique coloring. Also, this is now the third tallest building in Chicago, but more importantly, this is the tallest building in the world designed by a woman architect. Thank you. Sometimes I say that and it's like dead silent. Thanks for the enthusiasm. Yeah, Jeannie Gang's super cool. She's from Chicago, brilliant architect. She also kind of recently won the bid to do O'Hare Airport's $8.5 billion renovation of their international terminal. So she's got to be decent. And there's some cool kind of structural gymnastics going on with the St. Regis that we'll talk a little bit more about on our way back when we have a different view of it. Directly ahead of us, though, get a nice full-body view of Trump Tower here. You can probably figure out which one that is. And we'll talk more specifically about it when we go by. But while we have this view from a distance, I want you to make note of these three balconies that you see coming out of the building. So these balconies, they match the heights of other buildings nearby. And it doesn't quite look like it right now just because of where we're situated, but this first balcony does match the height of that white building with the clock tower next to it. Second balcony I'll point out when we're closer. Third balcony matches the height of that big black box building popping out behind it, which is AMA Plaza. So we'll talk more about what that means. Just want you to take a little mental snapshot while you can actually see it from a distance. Specific designs that are custom made for the environments that they're built in. And this newer style of architecture is called contextualism, kind of a mouthful if you want to give it a go. And we see a great example of contextualism coming up right in front of us here in the Trump International Hotel and Tower. And I pointed out the balconies, right, that integrate Trump Tower into the neighborhood by matching buildings nearby. So this is the architects of Trump Tower recognizing that you couldn't have put this building in this place if not for the others that were built around it first. So that's contextualism. It's in conversation with its context. Social complex that was completed in the mid-1960s, designed by Bertrand Goldberg. And this Goldberg guy really believed that people should be living downtown in city centers, which no one was really doing in Chicago in the late 50s, early 60s. Everyone's moving out to suburbs. So Goldberg designed Marina City to get residents downtown by offering all the resources of an entire neighborhood in a single complex. So you got housing up at the top, there's parking right below it. So 77 West Wacker, built in the early 1990s, but meant to embody the style of the classics. And then Wolf Point, this is also the area where the three branches of the Chicago River come together. So again, we started out on the main branch. We're gonna head up the north branch in just a moment, and then the south branch after that. Directly ahead of us, you will notice this kind of hot pocket looking building, if you will. This is River Point from 2017. And this big arc at the front of it, the entrance, is structural because there are Metra and Amtrak passenger trains that run underneath the building. Like a really long time. So nothing was over here. No one wanted to build on it because the lot was deemed too challenging or inconvenient for construction. And you'll notice these like rippled setbacks on this side of the building here. So these are in order to increase the amount of corner offices, really maximize good views, so that there are approximately 14 corner offices per floor on the Bank of America building.